Okay, so welcome to the 8th part of the complete simulator guide slash tutorial. Today we're going to focus on commands, and as you can see, the first one is we're going to save a setup. Yeah, you can see this is my setup. So to save it, we'll open up the chat box. If you're in the menu, you can use escape to get the menu off, and T to, or whatever you have to open the chat box. So I'm going to /write setup standard, and that saved my setup I have right now, and I'm using standard as my standard kind of because I want to have the standard setup, if it makes any sense. So here we have mine. So let's open up any track. Okay, so here we have this, as you can see, the bike, the red Honda bike, 959 on my gear. If we do this once again, if you press up, you can get latest command or whatever you typed in. I want this to be my setup. If we take RM250 with and this weird thing, snow bike, we can use arcade physics and have some other pink black gear, and of course we need to change stability. So this is the weird snow bike. So as you can see, I've now changed to arcade physics and everything. We're going to name this write setup and test. Setup redone. So and we'll see here if we open up once again and type in read setup, which is the command for reading setups. To load them, we can type in standard, and we look here and it's changed back to my standard setup. So if we open up a new game, we will have the correct setup here. The next we're going to do is okay, so we have /toggle time, and if you look up in the left corner, you can see that there is no time. But if we have toggle time display on, it shows you the time. So however, how long you have been in a game. So right now you can see it's counting 7, 8. So if you hit something nice in a race, that's easy to remember the time. And if we toggle FPS, you will get frames per second, and it looks like mine is 58, 59, 60 something. The next command I'm going to show you is how to spectate other people. So okay, so if I'm trying to change bike now, you can see nothing happens. But if we type in /toggle spy, we can change riders. So if we want to spectate this guy, we can do it. Now it's a custom track, so the opponent robots won't really work, and you can change perspective with tab too. Change back to yourself with the controls, and it's previous bike and next bike you're using. How to save a demo is, let's say you want to save something here, so we can do /namedemo, and we're going to name this test demo 1, 2, 3. Press enter, it says DEMONAME updated, and that name will show up here as what we name it to, which would be test demo 123, and it will probably show up the next time we start the game. So if you're online and playing, right now there's no one playing on the stock server, but if you're online you can use server, comma, list players, and here it says slot 1 ID 77250, which is my UID, and that's how you look up the UID, because you will need it at some point probably. Gate, blah blah blah, some things, name. We can also use server set track, server list tracks, and here you can see the tracks in the loop. And if you're running your own server, you can use server set track, and if you want to play Overhill it would be 4. Oops, spell it wrong. Permission denied, because I don't have the permission to do it on this server, but yeah, that's it. Server kick, and then you have to have the slot number. I think I was the one, we'll see. Not Arthur decided to kick that player, but if someone starts voting, that's how to kick. Okay, so we have some commands that aren't in game as well. What first we're going to do is we're going to go to personal folder. Here we can find a setups folder, and as you can see we have the test file here, as well as demos. We have the test demo 123, which means that they're going to show up in game. If you look at the shortcut that are on your desktop and is the one you've pinned or whatever, you can right click, choose properties, and then in target you can add some command lines. And if we go to the MX Simulator forum, you can see in general discussion in the fact thread that we have some here. Editor hidden paths is probably the ones you use the most. Erode is for track deformation. Roost frequency, I haven't used any one of these except hidden HUD. So what we want to do is we perhaps want the editor, then we use -- editor, which means we're going to bring up the track editor, and we don't want the pause button because we want to make some films and it just looks ugly. Then we type in -- hidden - pause. We maybe want to hidden HUD, then we type in space between these things, between every command, -- hidden HUD. But I don't want the HUD hidden, so I'll remove that. We take apply. Let's unpin that one and open this one instead. Okay, so it was because it wasn't refreshed, kind of. So as you can see now, this is the editor. I will show it basics in another video. Used a big decal. So this is what the editor looks like. You know, a lot of people wonders how it is. and if we pause the game, you can see there's no pause. So what I did wrong here was that I did not update the shortcut, because you need to drag it down here once again to kind of update it. So if we press it right now, it will be all okay. Just to see that we get the editor up and running again. Yeah, so I just needed to refresh the shortcut. Whoops. So that was all for this part. In the next part we're going to update the game, and I'll show you how to do that. So see you in the next episode.